See, a strategic business leader. Strategic business leader. It's a combination of past two papers, like 6 years back. Instead of SBL, there were two papers. One was P1 and other was P3. The name of P1 paper was Governance, Risk, and Ethics. Governance, risk, and ethics mean there were three areas in P1 paper. One was governance, mean corporate governance, other risk, business risk, risk management of business, and ethics, codes of ethics, and internal auditor, and some other topics. And the second paper was P3. P3 name was the strategic management. In fact, the complete name, exact name of paper was business analysis. Business analysis means strategic management of the business. What they did, they combined both these paper, 100% syllabus of P1, 100% syllabus of P3, added some more chapter, two more chapters, and they named it SBL. So in SBL, now we are having a governance area that we have covered so far. There are 5 chapters on it. Risk area, 3 chapters we have covered. Ethics area, 3 chapters we have covered. I mean, till now we have covered governance, risk, and ethics. Now we are moving towards the most interesting area of SBL, that is strategic management, mean business analysis part. So like we are going to start SBL today. Because the topic we're going to start today having no link with the previous areas. They are different area. From now onward, we will study different areas.
Is area familiar to us? More familiar to other papers? Which one?
You can link with the PT, Business and Technology, the very first paper of ACCA. Otherwise, nothing is linked to any other paper of ACCA. Might be some area of ethics you have studied in audit, codes of ethics, internal auditor,
Yeah.
internal auditor, audit committee, even in the AA, audit and assurance, there was one chapter on corporate governance as well. But in SBL, we are having 5-6 chapters on governance, meaning in much more detail. So the basic, we have studied some in business and technology and some in audit paper. But this area, some part you have studied in business and technology, very first paper of ACCA. But that was too far, too old days. So let's start this area, the strategic management, with the definition of strategy. What is strategy? Strategic business leader. The word strategic derived from strategy. So what is strategy? What is meant by strategy?
It's kind of plan or
Plan, yes.
kind of plan. A way of success, a way to reach to success.
The way to achieve objective.
Yeah.
Or in simple words, we can say line of action to achieve objective. Mean to achieve objective, what we need to do, what we need to perform, what activities we need to perform. Defining those activities is strategy. Mean line of action to achieve objective. Line of action to achieve objective.
Yes.
Or in better words, if we try to define it, strategy is what? Strategy is a pattern of activities. Pattern means set of activities. Why? To achieve objective of the organization. What is strategy? Set of activities to achieve objective of the organization. Need to achieve any objective, what we need to do. Those activities a set is called strategy. We need to do this. What is this strategy? So strategy is a pattern of activities, set of activities to achieve objective of the organization. If we expand further to this definition, it must adopt its scope, resources, and environmental changes. In the long run. So in simple word, what is strategy? Set of activities to achieve objective of the organization. But whatever the strategy we are going to prepare, it must be according to scope of the organization, according to resources of the organization, according to environmental changes, and should be long term. Because business objective we cannot achieve in short term. So business objective can be achieved in long term. So your strategy should be long. Because in short term, you will not be able to achieve objectives. So first characteristics of strategy is what? Strategy should be long term. Second characteristics of strategy should be according to scope of the business. What does mean by scope? Scope means objective of the organization. In this strategy, those activities should be included. Those are to achieve objective of the organization. The activities that have no link with the objective of the organization, they shouldn't be incorporated into the strategy. Because those activities that are not linked to the objective, mean if we perform them, there is no effect on the objective, those are cumbersome. Those are unnecessary. So strategy.
Responsibility. Does it count as a scope of organization or outside of it?
If your organization objective is to achieve that, then in activities, there should be some activities to achieve CSR as well. So whatever strategy we are going to prepare, it should be long term. It should be according to scope of the organization. Scope means according to objective of the organization. Mean every activity should be linked with the objective. And whatever strategy we are going to prepare, it should be according to resources of the organization. According to resources of the organization means strategy should be realistic. So what is strategy? Set of activities to achieve objective of the organization mean this we need to do to achieve objective. How we can do this by using resources of the organization. So in a strategy, it should be written how to use what kind of resource to achieve objective. If you don't have any resource, then you will not be able to achieve the objective. So it should be according to your resources.
But resources can be expanded and
resources can be expanded, but at the time what you are having, your strategy should be according to that. If in your strategy, if in
the strategy.
If in your strategy it is written you need to use any resource that is not having, then it should be mentioned how to acquire and when to acquire that resource. Because if you don't have resources and you have written down, we will achieve this, is that realistic? Will you be able to achieve this? No. Yeah, exactly. So whatever strategy you are going to prepare, it should be long term. It should be according to scope, mean objective, linked. It should be realistic, mean according to resources. And it should be according to environmental changes. The word environment mean industry or market. Environment means industry or market. Whenever you are going to define any strategy, prepare any strategy, always look at your industry market. What competitor doing in the industry? Your strategy should be to do better than them. Because if you are defining your strategy without looking at competitor, might be you are running behind the competitor. If your strategy is below than competitor, running behind the competitor, you will not be able to achieve your objective. Environment, industry market, who else in the industry market? Your customer. I need to do this. I need to introduce this product, this service. See your customer whether they will willing to buy this or not. This product you are going to launch, whether customer will prefer this, there is demand for this product in the market or not. If you have decided I will launch this because I like this product very much, but your customer don't like this is failed strategy. So while preparing strategy, you need to look at environment, mean industry, market, mean your competitor, what they are doing, how you can perform better than them, and your customer, what they want. Try to provide them what they demand in the market. As well as in industry market, you need to look for new innovation. What new things happening in the market, how we can adopt those. You should include those things in your strategy. If you have adopted some old technology and when you are going to implement your strategy, there is something new in the market. This means now you have to define your strategy again. So anticipate future. What is the future in the market? What will happen in future in the market? What will be new in the market? How you can adopt this, incorporate into your strategy. So what is strategy? A set of activities to achieve objective of the organization. And we have discussed 4 characteristics of strategy. The strategy must be long-term. It must be according to scope, objective of the organization. I mean, unnecessary activities should not be incorporated into the strategy. We should avoid unnecessary activities. And it should be according to the resources because we need to use resources to achieve objectives. So whatever resources you are having in a strategy, it should be written how we can use these resources to achieve objectives. As well as while preparing strategy, you have to look at the industry market, mean competitor, your customer, and new developments in the market. So we try to define what is a strategy. We try to define what is strategy. We got some idea what is strategy. And while preparing strategy, what things we need to consider. Let's move forward. Let's cover another topic called levels of strategy. In organization, strategy is prepared at different levels. One level is called corporate strategy. There is called business strategy. Third one is called functional strategy. Fourth is called network strategy. That is also called alliance. According to our book, there are 3 levels of strategy: corporate, business, and function. But some writers have added this 4th strategy, network strategy as well. It is also important as other 3. What is the meaning of a corporate business function strategy? Before moving to their concept, let's discuss a company as an example. Have you heard about a Virgin Group? Virgin Group. If you have visited any of the mall, might be you have seen a Virgin store over there. Might be you have seen a desk where people are selling Virgin mobile SIMs. Virgin Group is a group of companies, basically UK and Europe based group of companies. And this group is not operating in one industry, it is operating in so many industries. And a business who operate in so many industries, we use a term for it called diversified across industries. Diversified across industries. Mean this Virgin Group company, Virgin, is operating in so many industries. They are operating in airline industry. Like Emirates, they are having Virgin Airlines. They are operating in telecommunication sector as well. Like in UAE, they are also operating. They are providing mobile SIMs. They are operating in fitness center industry as well. Like they are having gyms. They are operating in retail industry as well. I mean, they are having retail store as well. They are operating in electronic industry as well. They are also operating in banking industry as well. In UK, Europe, there are Virgin banks as well. Virgin credit cards available. I mean, they are not operating in one industry, they are operating in so many industries. They are operating in banking, airline, telecommunication, fitness center, retail, electronics. That's why we call it diversified across industries. They are spread in different industries. Okay, this Virgin Group might be having a headquarter, head office. Who is deciding which industry we should enter and which industry we should exit? Suppose in retail industry, they are not making huge profits, so they will decide we should stop businesses in this industry. Might be another industry like we can say mobile phone industry is in high growth nowadays. So might be headquarter will decide we should make investment in that industry. So these headquarter decisions, which industry to enter and which industry to exit, this is called corporate strategy. What is corporate strategy? Decision of the headquarter about which industry to enter and which industry to exit. You can say these are the subsidiaries of Virgin Group. So decision of the parent company about how to manage its subsidiaries, about how to manage its business unit in different industries, mean where we should put more money, from where we should withdraw our investment, which industry we should enter and invest money, means start business. So these decision of the headquarter, head office is called corporate strategy. Which industry to enter and which industry to exit. So these are all Virgin Group business unit. Or you can say this is a subsidiary of Virgin Group. Banking, airline, telecommunication, fitness, retail, electronics, and they're operating in different industries. They are operating in banking industry, airline operating in airline industry, telecommunication operating in telecommunication industry. And these business unit might be having their own strategies. How I can deal with competition in banking sector. Telecommunication will be having decision how I can compete with telecommunication industry. And these decision of a business unit about how to deal with competition in its particular industry, this is called business strategy. So corporate strategy, decision of the headquarter about which industry to enter, which industry to exit. While business strategy, decision of a business unit how to deal with competition in its particular industry. What I should launch new, whether I should increase price, whether I should reduce price. If my competitor is marketing through Messi, whether I should market through Ronaldo or not.
It's like
Macro level business is micro. at business level. Mean parent company decision is corporate strategy, while subsidiary owned decision is business strategy. Is that understood?
Okay. Business is more detailed.
Business is more detailed. Business is more detailed because that business have to run its marketing, its HR, its finance, its production, everything. Okay. Now, these are different business unit of Virgin Group. They will be having their own department. Telecommunication will be having its own marketing department, its own finance department, its own production department, its own HR department. In similar way, airline will be having its own marketing department because airline marketing is different than telecommunication marketing. And will be having its own finance department, own HR department. So their department strategies about how to perform their function properly is called functional strategy. Mean decision of a business function, decision of a business department about how to perform its function properly is called functional strategy. And this functional strategy must be aligned with business strategy and corporate strategy. Because if their strategies are not according to business or corporate strategy, ultimately business will not be able to achieve its objective. So to achieve a business objective, functional strategy must be aligned with business strategy as well as corporate strategy. So we try to define three levels of strategy: corporate strategy, decision of the headquarter about which industry to enter and which industry to exit; business strategy, decision of the business unit about how to deal with competition in its particular industry; while functional strategy, decision of a business department about how to perform its function properly, and it must be aligned with business and corporate strategy. Now let's discuss what is this network strategy or alliance strategy. It is a part of business strategy. It is a part of business strategy. But some writer says business need to consider it separate. What is this network strategy or alliance? Strategy of cooperative spirit. Strategy of cooperative spirit.
So it's a called.
SBL.
Yes, I've never seen this word and
SBL, strategic business leader.
can you hear? Oh, and
So what is network strategy? Network strategy is a strategy of cooperative spirits or strategy of relations with others. According to network strategy, a business should look at creating relation with other organization. Those other organizations could be your stakeholders. Stakeholders mean your bank, your supplier, government, also your competitors. Because if you're having good relation with the stakeholder, you're having good relation with the competitor in bad time, you can survive with their support. If you don't have good relation with the competitors, even they will not allow you to live in good time. So always behave ethically in the industry, so that you must be having good relationship with others, so that you can achieve cooperative spirit from others. But for that, you need to show cooperation by yourself. And this is very important nowadays, because sometime might be you and one other competitor you are operating in the industry, and there come entry of one other competitor. So you and other competitor can survive if you are cooperating with each other. Through alliance, through cooperation, you can maintain your position. If you both were not cooperating with each other, having no good relation, might be new competitor will kill you both. And you will not be able to survive. Exactly. Alliances. Alliances mean relations with each other, cooperation with each other, sharing resources with each other, especially in bad times. Though this is a part of business strategy, but some writer says business need to consider it separately. So mainly there are three levels of strategy. Corporate strategy, decision of headquarter about which industry to enter, which industry to exit. Business strategy, decision of a business unit about how to deal with competition in its particular industry. Function strategy, decision of a business department about how to perform its function properly. And network strategy, strategy to create relation with others, strategy of cooperative spirit, so that you can get support from others in your background. So what we have discussed about strategy. What is the strategy? Set of activities to achieve objective of the organization. Whatever the strategy you are going to prepare, it must be according to scope, mean according to objective, linked with the objective. It must be according to resources of the organization. It must be considering industry, market, environmental changes mean industry, market mean by considering your competitor, your customer, new developments. And whatever the strategy you are going to prepare, it must be long term because you cannot achieve business objective in short term. And we have discussed the three levels of strategy: corporate strategy, business strategy, functional strategy, and network strategy. Half of the syllabus of SBL we have covered. Out of remaining half, like remaining 50%, out of that 50% part, 40% is this business strategy. Only 7% is corporate strategy. What is the remaining 3%? We are going to discuss now before break. In the half syllabus that we are going to cover is mainly based on business strategy. What is meant by business strategy? Decision of a business about how to deal with competition in its particular industry. Decision of a business about how to deal with competition. Because if business has dealt with competition, their position will remain strong in the industry. They will be able to achieve their objective. If you are not dealing with the competition, you will not be able to achieve your objective. So why business prepare strategy? To deal with competition. To survive in the industry. Deal with competition. Okay, so we have discussed about strategy, its characteristics, three levels of strategy, mainly four level. Let's move forward, discussing one more topic. Dimensions of strategy. There are three dimensions of strategy. Meanwhile, preparing strategy, what you need to consider. There are three dimensions of strategy. Strategy as content, strategy as context, and strategy as process. Meanwhile, preparing strategy, you need to focus on content, context, and process. What is meant by content? You need to focus on what the strategy is, its options, choices. What does that mean? When you are going to define strategy for the business, you need to look at your current strategy. Why I need to define new strategy? What is the issue in current strategy? Why it is not working properly? What the strategy is? Mean look at your current strategy, find out the reason why I do need to define new strategy, why the existing strategy failed, what are the shortcomings in current strategy, and then look for other options and choices that you can adopt to make your position. In what are the other strategies available? What are the other options available through which I can choose one and define a new strategy based on that? So you need to consider content. Content means what is current strategy, why it is not performing well, what are the shortcomings in this strategy, what I need to look new, and see what are the options you are having so that you can evaluate and select one option, mean one best strategy. If you don't look at your current strategy, you will not be able to define better new strategy. Might be you have defined similar to that previous. And while preparing strategy, look for options, what options you are having. And you cannot choose all the options. You can choose one option. So what is best option? Select that and define your strategy on that option.
But not always the option can be choosable. Sometimes the options can be more divided.
Find different options. If you are unable to find, consult experts. They will provide you more options. They will help you to evaluate more options. Obviously, you will not be able to capture all. Out of that, you can capture one based on your resources. While preparing strategy, you have to consider strategy as context. Context means the environment strategy has to deal with. The environment strategy has to deal with. What does that mean? While preparing strategy, you need to consider context. Context mean environment. Isn't the environment? Industry market. Look at your competitor, what they are doing, how you can perform better than them. If you don't consider environment, industry market, your competitor, might be you are still running behind them. This new strategy will not provide you any benefit. This will also be failed strategy. Look at your customer in the industry market, what they expect from you, what they are demanding, what they require. Try to introduce those things. If you are defining a strategy without considering customer, without considering competitor, your strategy will be failed. You will not be successful in the market. You will not be able to deal with competition. So while preparing strategy, we need to look at the content, current strategy, its shortcomings, and what are the options we are having. While preparing strategy, we need to look at the industry, market, mean competitor, as well as customer demands. And the third, while preparing strategy, you have to focus on strategy as process. Strategy as process mean how strategic decisions are made. Organization makes strategic decision in two ways. Mean you can prepare strategy. Strategy mean planning in two ways. One way, there is an emergency. Competitor have introduced something new and you have to react quickly. And the other way, experts, some consultants, consult some experts involve some consultants, expert people, consult them, take idea, what new we can do in the industry, and prepare a plan and try to work on that plan and improve your organization step by step. Mean either you are moving on planned strategy or you want to move on reactive strategies. So there are two ways in organization prepare strategies, either through planning or through emergency. Mean looking at competitor when they are introducing something new, you will introduce. What they are doing, you are doing exactly the same thing. But in that way, you will always be copy, copy, copy. What's the better way? Plan, research, and then develop and implement. So there are three dimensions of strategy. Meanwhile, preparing strategy, you need to consider three ways, three things: content, current strategy, why it's failed, what are the shortcomings, what are the options we are having to achieve objective in better way to overcome those shortcomings. Context, environment, industry, market, what competitors are doing, what customer want, how we can perform better than competitor, how we can attract a customer better than competitor, as well as a process, mean how we should make strategic decisions either through research and development, mean plan, or on emergent basis. And from here, strategy as a process, we have devised another topic that is called approaches to strategy. Mean there are two approaches of defining strategy. Approaches to strategy. And there are two approaches of strategy. One is called deliberate approach. Other is called emergent approach. Who define these two approaches of strategy? There are two writers, Mintzberg and Waters. In business, prepare strategies in two ways, in two approaches. One is deliberate, other is emergent. What is a deliberate approach? Deliberate approach, planned approach, proactive approach, top-down approach. While emergent is unplanned, not proactive, it is reactive. It is not top down, it is bottom up. Mean company prepare strategies in two ways. Deliberate plan mean at start of the year they decide, okay, for this year we need to do this, we need to implement this. This is proactive, mean before facing problem, you have decided what we need to do. Mean you have designed a system and trying to implement. And this is top-down approach, mean management will decide and then will communicate to lower level and everybody will be working on that plan. This is best way of defining strategies. Strategy mean planning. The other way of defining strategy is emergent. This is not plan. This is reactive. Mean competitor have introduced something new. Now it is imposed on you. You have to act accordingly. And this is bottom up, mean lower level people have communicated to top management. This is happening in the industry. So we need to do something against it. And then top and management will decide, okay, do this. Bottom up mean lower level people will find problem from the market. Okay. Like a competitor are doing this. They are offering this similar product at lower price than us. They will communicate to top management. Then top management will change the prices. mean, if we are running our business through planning, at start of the year, we have defined a plan, communicated to lower level. We need to do this. This is called deliberate strategy. So we should be having a system. We should be having a plan so that we can avoid problems. While emergent is according to changes in the industry. If competitor have reduced price, it is imposed on you. You need to change the price. Who identified competitor have changed the price? The people who are working at lower level in the market. But no business can work purely on deliberate or purely on emergent. In a start of the year, you will define a strategy on deliberate approach. But whenever there is a need, you in emergency, you need to adopt those changes as well. If you say no, I will focus on deliberate because this is the best approach, you will not survive in the market. You have to react according to the changes in the market. If you say no, I will focus only on emergent. No, this is suicide approach. You must be having a planning at the back. So according to Milsberg, there are two approaches of strategies. Mean how business make decisions. Deliberate basis mean planned, proactive, top down, or emergent, unplanned, reactive, bottom up. This deliberate is further divided into two types. Planned and entrepreneurial. So this deliberate is further divided into two different approaches, planned and entrepreneurial. This emergent is also further divided into two types. Experience based and imposed. So according to Milsberg, there are two approaches of strategy, deliberate and emergent. Deliberate is what planned, proactive, top down, while emergent is unplanned, reactive, and bottom up. Deliberate is further divided into planned and entrepreneurial. What is this planned? This planned is a formal way of defining strategy. It is rational, mean logical, based on past experiences, while entrepreneurial is informal and personal, as well as visionary. This plan is rule-based, need-based, while this entrepreneurial is rule-breaking. This plan is risk-avoiding, while this entrepreneurial is risk-taking. There are different types of businesses: sole trader, partnership, and company. These planned strategies are of a company, a big business, where there are expert managers, separate management, separate ownership, and companies' strategies are always formal, mean everything is in a written form. Rational, mean logical, because expert mind prepare those strategies, those rules, and they are rule based, mean everybody have to work according to those rules, and they are technique based, Mean they have learned from past experiences. Now they have defined the rules so that they can avoid future risk. Sole trader, a small shop, single owner business. Their strategies are entrepreneurial. They are informal, mean not in written form. They are personal, mean relating to one person, visionary, where they are in the mind of that owner. And these are rule breaking. It is business is running on the wishes of single owner whenever he want to open the shop, whenever he want to close the shop. And entrepreneurial single owner strategies are risk taking because higher the risk, higher the return. What's the better approach for a business, big business, planned, formal, rational, rule based, technique based, and risk avoiding. But small business, if we look at small shop, their strategies are entrepreneurial.
Now, but if big business want to have something,
Big business strategies, deliberate, planned.
they want to have something innovative, they can go for entrepreneurial.
The entrepreneurial approach is not a good approach because it is visionary, it is personal strategies, these are informal. So, business you cannot run on informal basis. There should be some rational strategies, expert people strategies, there should be some rules so that you can avoid risk because you are using not your investment in a company whose investment is of shareholder. So don't take high risk.
This will be combined as well.
Don't take high risk because it's not your investment. Entrepreneurial shopkeeper, it's his investment. He can take the risk. So for a business, strategies are planned, proactive, top-down, formal, rational, rule-based, technique-based, and risk avoiding. Yes, there could be some other businesses, small businesses who have just entered into the market. Their strategies could be entrepreneurial. For established business, they always try to avoid risk. Emergent, unplanned, reactive, bottom up is having two types experience based and imposed. What is meant by experience based? Trial and error based, learning and adoption based. What is imposed? Imposed by external forces. Imposed by external forces mean the factor have changed the prices. Now it is imposed on you, you need to change your price. If you don't change, you will be out of the market. Coke have reduced the price. Now it is imposed on Pepsi, they need to reduce the price. If they don't reduce, they will be out of market. I mean, you have to react in emergency. If you don't react, you will be failed. Our experience based, what is experience based? Business is not running their activities on planning. They have started business. Okay, we will learn from our mistake and then we will adopt our future rules. Let's try in the market. If we are having any error, we will define some rules. In trial and error based, learning and adoption based, this is what experience based strategy mean. As we get experience, as we learn from mistake, we will define our future rules. Mean they haven't performed any research, they didn't consulted any of the expert people. So according to Milsberg, there are two approaches of strategy: deliberate and emergent. Deliberate are planned. Proactive approach mean before facing issues, you have defined rules. And this is top-down approach mean management have defined rules and communicated to lower level. Emergent, that is not planned. You were not aware about these issues. These are reactive, mean you are reacting against anything happen in the industry. And this is bottom up, mean lower level people will communicate to top level management. These are the issues, then top level management will take action. And deliberate are of two types for a company. Strategies are formal, rational, rule-based, technique-based, risk avoiding. For sole trader or for new business, strategies could be entrepreneurial, informal, personal, visionary, mean not anything written. It's in the mind of the owner, rule breaking, and risk taking with the aim higher the risk, higher the return. These emergent are of two types imposed by external forces, are experience based, trial and error, learning and adoption based. So according to Mintzberg, there are two approaches of strategy, deliberate and emergent. There is another writer whose name is JSW. According to JSW, there are three approaches of strategies. JSW stands for Johnson, Skoll, not school, Skoll, and Whittington. I mean, these are three writers and they have written so many theories on management. You will study their 2, 3, 4 models in this paper. According to JSW, there are three approaches of strategy. And they change the word approaches to lenses. In according to them, there are three lenses of strategy. What are three approaches, are three lenses of strategy? I'm making lens. First lens is called design lens. Second is called ideas lens. Design and experience lens. Second is experience lens. Experience. And third is called ideas lens. So according to Mintzberg, there are two approaches of strategy, deliberate and emergent. According to JSW, there are three approaches of strategy, are three lenses of strategy, design lens, ideas lens, experience lens. What is design lens or design lens approach to strategy? This deliberate and planned, complete they have defined in design lens. Strategy making is planned, proactive, top down, formal, rational, rule based, technique based, and risk avoiding. Anything new? Nothing. They copied that deliberate in design lens, the same approach. What is experience lens? This emergent complete. No, strategy making is unplanned, reactive, bottom up, imposed by external forces, learning and adoption, trial and error based. What's the third approach? Ideas lens. This is something new they have defined. What's that ideas lens? Let's discuss. They say complexity create ideas. Strategy of innovation with the use of technology. Sometime business position, business processes becomes too complex. Now it is a need to do something new. And when you are going to implement, do something new that were not performed by yourself in the past, and nobody else in the industry is doing that. If you are moving towards some innovative solution, innovative business practices with the use of technology to do something new in the industry, this approach of strategy is called ideas lens. Tesla. Everybody was producing what? Petrol, diesel, hybrid cars. They introduced something new, electric cars, and they captured the market. What is this? Ideas lens. Uber. What is Uber? Just an app. They just launched an app. And on that app, they have captured all the drivers, vehicles on one app, all the passenger on one app, and they are charging from the drivers, making profit just with the idea, with the use of technology, innovative idea. What is design lens? Whatever you are doing, you are trying to improve a little bit step by step. Mean every year at start, you have defined something new. Okay, add this, add this. What is experience lens? What is in the market? Others are doing, you are copying them, reacting against them. What is this idea? The things you haven't done before, nobody else is doing, but you are going to do something new so that you will be having a better position in the market. You can kick off other competitors with some innovative solution with technology, not a technology. I will use the term disruptive technology. What is disruptive technology? Using technology to change the way of doing business. Using technology to change the way of doing business. What Uber have done, they changed the whole way of doing cab business, taxi business. Before Uber app, how taxi people were doing, operating, phone call. They placed different phone booths on different station, different places. If anybody need a taxi, they will call from that phone booth and taxi will come. What they have done, they have launched an app. Install this app in your mobile phone, wherever you are sitting, just book a ride, we will be over there. Within minutes, within seconds, we will be over there. Disruptive technology means use of technology to change the way of doing business. So according to Milsberg, there are two approaches of strategy, deliberate and emergent. While according to JSW, there are three approaches to strategy or three lenses of strategy. Design lens means strategy making is planned, proactive, top down, formal, rational, rule based, technique based, risk avoiding. What is experience lens? No, strategy making could also be emergent, unplanned, reactive, bottom up, imposed by external forces, trial and error based, learning and adoption based. No, strategy making is to do something new, to introduce something new, because complexity create ideas. If you are operating in competitive industry and it is too complex, move towards innovative solutions. Try to do something new by using disruptive technology. Change the way of doing business. Then you will survive in the industry. Who launched the electronic car? Tesla. They have captured huge market. Now every company is moving towards launching electronic cars. Even some companies thinking about to stop petrol car production. Toyota have shifted totally towards a hybrid, as well as they are in research of better electric cars because they are the market leader in the world. So what we have discussed so far, we have discussed definition of strategy. Set of activities to achieve objective of the organization. We have discussed the four characteristics of strategy. Strategy should be long term, should be according to scope of business, should be according to resources, and should be according to industry, market, environmental changes. We have discussed four levels of strategy: corporate, business, functional, network level. We have discussed three dimensions of strategy: strategy as content, strategy as context, strategy as process. We have discussed two approaches of strategy: deliberate and emergent. And we have discussed the three lenses of strategy. Let's take a break. After break, we will move toward the main area, business strategy. That will continue in next 6-7 lectures.
6-7 lectures.
Yeah, 6-7 lectures coming up in years.
I know. We are used to the Rita, Shirita, Rita, our Rita, the other is Felicia and Father. Father, they're having tea, Tell Fatima. Sorry, my brother's no worries. So as well is how is what people. This is my second the second professor paper. Which one of the things? So as we are influence, hundreds of French. Me neither. You also present very SDR. And one done. No, this is your first paper. I think SDR paper. Oh, does it? So which one did you answer? Some waiting for this. I attempted in all your meetings. From where you took classes for SBR. Yeah. The same teacher. Let's go for school.
Okay, strategic business leader. We have discussed about strategy, definition, characteristics, levels. There are three main levels of strategy: corporate strategy, business strategy, functional strategy. And the main area is what? Business strategy. So let's move towards discussing business strategy. We have to discuss in next about 6, 7 lectures. We will be spending on business strategy. What is meant by business strategy? How to deal with competition. Decision of a business unit about how to deal with competition in its particular industry. How a business can deal with competition? A business can deal with competition through a process called strategic process. Strategic process means how to make strategies, how to formulate strategy, how to define strategy. So business strategy, how to deal with competition. A business deal with competition through a process called strategic process. How strategic decisions are made. The strategic process involves three interrelated sub-processes: strategic analysis, strategic choice, and strategic implementation. Business strategy, how to deal with competition. A business deal competition by involving themselves into a process called strategic process, how to make, how to formulate strategies. And strategic process involves strategic analysis, mean first business performs strategic analysis. Then after analysis, business move towards strategic choice. And then after choosing, business move towards implementation. Strategic analysis is also called strategic position. Strategic choice is also called strategic option. While strategic implementation is also called strategic change or strategic action. So business strategy, how to deal with competition. A business deal with competition through a process called strategic process, which involves three interrelated processes: strategic analysis, strategic choice, and strategic implementation. Strategic analysis mean to analyze current position of the business. To analyze current position of the business. Whether our business position is strong, our business position is weak. If business position is strong, whatever we are doing, let's do that. But if suppose we have analyzed our strategic position is weak, in market industry competitor are performing better than us, then business will move towards the strategic choice. What business will do? In strategic choice, business will generate different options. Business will see what are the options business is having to make its position strong. Business will evaluate different options. Considering pros, cons, benefits, disadvantages of each option, and then business will select our best option. And whatever the option business will choose from strategic choice, select from business choice, that option business will implement. Then mean business will perform action according to that option. Business will make changes within the business according to that option, so that we can make our position stronger. So business strategy, how to deal with competition. So business deal with competition through a process called strategic process, which involves three interrelated sub-processes: strategic analysis, strategic choice, and strategic implementation. Strategic analysis means to analyze current position of the business. And if our position is weak, we need to move towards strategic choice. Mean to make our position stronger, what options we are having, we need to generate, we need to look at. And then we need to evaluate each option. And then we need to select one option after evaluation, and whatever option we have selected, we will implement, mean we will make changes according to that option. We will perform action according to that option, so that we can make our business position stronger. Now in strategic analysis, strategic choice, strategic implementation, there are certain models involved. Mean how we can perform analysis, how we can generate options, how we can evaluate options, how we can make changes within the organization, what things we need to consider while making changes. So we need to study different models. So let's start from strategic analysis. Strategic analysis means to analyze current position of the business. To analyze current position of the business, we need to perform internal analysis. Internal analysis means we need to look at some internal factors within the organization that can affect our position badly, mean internal weaknesses, or that can help us to make our position stronger, mean internal strengths. Mean we need to look at our resources, what resources we are having, human, financial, physical, and we need to look at our resourcefulness. Resourcefulness means utilization of resources. How we can perform internal analysis, for that we are having three different models. One model is Porter's value chain model. One model is 7S model, and other model will be 7M model. What are these models? We will discuss in future. So to analyze the strategic position, what we need to do, we need to perform internal analysis. Not only we need to perform internal analysis to analyze strategic position, we need to perform external analysis. Business need to perform external analysis. Mean we need to look at factor outside the business in industry market that can affect our business position. There could be some positive factor that help us to maintain good position. There could be some negative factor that can put our position down. But we need to identify and analyze those factors, whether they are positive or negative. External analysis means we need to look at the environment outside the business, industry, market. That's why external analysis is also called environmental analysis. Yeah. External analysis is also called environmental analysis. And a business operates in two types of environment. One is a limited environment called industry environment. Another is a wide environment called macro environment, country environment, or regional environment. If we are going to analyze industry environment, there are two models to analyze industry environment. What are those? Porter's five forces model and industry life cycle model. If we want to analyze macro environment or country environment, there are two models. One is called Pastel and other is called Porter's National Diamond model. So business strategy, how to deal with competition. A business deal with competition through a process called strategic process. Mean how to make strategies, how to formulate strategies. Strategic process involves three interrelated sub-processes: strategic analysis, strategic choice, strategic implementation. Strategic analysis means to analyze current position of the business. And to analyze current position of the business need to perform internal analysis, mean look at a factor inside the business that can affect the business position positively or negatively. How we can perform internal analysis? By looking at business resources and utilization of resources, mean activities, functions. And we can perform internal analysis by using Porter's value chain model or 7S model or 7M model. To analyze position of the business, not only we need to perform internal analysis, we need to perform external analysis as well. Mean we need to look at factors outside the business that can affect the business positively or negatively. External analysis mean analyzing environment. And a business operate in two types of environment. One is a limited environment, mean your industry. Industry mean where similar competitors are operating. And to analyze industry environment, we are having two models: Porter five forces model and life cycle model. The other environment is macro environment, also called country or region environment. And to analyze macro environment, we can use a Pastel model or Porter National Diamond model. So let's start from Pastel model. NBT answer. But here we will discuss in more detail and then we will apply on a 1.5 page long case study.
Was she a student?
So,
Your student is
okay, let's discuss about Pastel modeling. Pastel stands for political factors, economic factors, social factors, technological factors, ecological factors, and legal factors. Political, economic, social, technological, ecological, and legal. And please keep one thing in mind. Every factor is political, social, ecological, technological, legal, but this is not economical. It's economic. Economical means cheap. It's not cheap factor. It's economic factor mean relating to economy. Please, political, social, technological, but not economical. It's economic relating to economy. Okay, these are six special factors that affect the business either positively or negatively. We need to get knowledge of these factors so that from a scenario in the exam, we can identify, not only identify, we can talk on these factors, whether they are helping the business in achieving its objective or creating a problem in meeting business objective. So let's discuss when they will be positive, when they will be negative. What are the examples of these factors that we can pick from the scenario? In critical factor, what we need to see? We need to look at who is in the government. Who is in the government? In every country, there are different political parties. Some are in the government, some are in the opposition. Every political party is having their different choices, their different preferences. Some parties prefer agriculture sector more. Other party prefer industry more. Some party is more liberalism. Other party is more modern, might be they try to prefer promotion of boom of IT technology industry. So if we are operating in a country, we are operating business in a country, so we need to see which party is in the government. And one party, if is in favor of agriculture, they will always in favor of agriculture. It is their belief the economy is based mainly on agriculture. And if the government party is in favor of agriculture and we are also operating our business in agriculture industry, so this will be positive point for the business. It will help the business to achieve its objective because we will be having favor from the government. Because government will be providing grants, subsidies to agriculture sector. If the political party in the government, they prefer to industry rather than agriculture, and we are operating in agriculture country, so this will be a threat for our business because we will not be having any benefit from the government because they prefer, they will put their budget where to promote industry rather than agriculture. So this will create a problem for our business to meet our business objective. Not only we need to see who is in the government, we need to see and how stable is the government. Because if country government is stable, mean not changing frequently, this is beneficial for every type of business. Because whenever new government change, they introduce something new. If government introducing something new, this means we need to change our strategies again. We cannot adopt long-term strategies. Our business will be in disturbance. Keeping strategies again and again will disturb the business. If government is stable, this means we can adopt long-term strategies and maintain our position to achieve objective. If there is no government stability, this will disturb the industry. This will disturb the market, disturb the economy. This means we will not be able to achieve, adopt long-term strategies and cannot be able to maintain our position. Mean we need to link each factor either with objective of the organization, either with position of the organization. Will help to maintain good position, will affect our business position. will help to achieve business objective. No, will create problem in meeting business objective. The business objective we can meet with the long-term strategies. If we cannot stay on long-term strategies, why? Because government changing and every government introduce something new. And if they are introducing something new, we need to accordingly we need to change our strategy.
That what is wrong with our country, like us,
Yeah,
every 4 years.
yeah, there are some countries like every year government keep changing.
Every 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, different parties will come and
Some countries are having 5 years, some countries are having 3 years. But if it is stable, it's beneficial for the business world, for our business as well, because we can adopt long-term strategy. Because now new government came into force, they have defined some rules, they will stick on that. So we can adopt long-term strategies accordingly.
So that affects the
Business as well. What else we need to focus in political factor? In political factor, we need to focus on government policies about our industry. Government policy could be privatization, or nationalization. Some government prefer to privatize a certain type of industries in the country, and some government prefer to nationalize some type of industries. Nationalize mean this industry will run under government control. Government will decide what you need to produce, how much you need to produce, and how much price you will charge. Privatize mean business are having free hands. Business will decide prices of their product. They will decide what we need to produce, how much we need to produce. And if suppose our industry was previously privatized, now government has decided for nationalization. Is that opportunity for our business or threat? Threat, because we need to work under government restrictions. We will not be able to operate freely. We will not be able to achieve our objective in better way. If previously our industry was nationalized, now government started, new government came into force and they preferring this industry should be privatized. This means this is opportunity for our business, not only current, we need to look at future as well. Mean we will be working freely, we will be deciding our strategies by on, there will be no restriction from the government. This will help the to achieve business objective in better way. Political factor. What else could be government policies? Government policy about taxation. Government have introduced new taxation for our type of business. Is that positive sign or negative sign?
negative.
Negative. Negative, because we need to pay the tax, high tax. High tax mean high expense.
There will be some
This will affect our business objective. Government imposing new tax on our business. If we try to put that tax amount into price, we will lose customer. Or government providing some kind of grants, subsidies to our business. So this will help in our business in cost cutting. Through that, we can meet our objective in better way. Opportunity. What could be other government policies? Government policy about education budget. The government have increased education budget in the economy. Whether this is having positive effect on business or negative.
what?
Government have increased education budget. They try to promote education in the country so that there should be more educated people.
Is
Is positive because we will be having a skilled labor available that will help the business in achieving objective in compliance with law regulation. Government have decreased education budget. This means in future there will be no educated skilled people available. To expand business operation, we need to train them. We need to bear training cost and time. So this will affect the business growth, business objective in future. This is government policy because government defines some budget to promote education or they decrease budget. What could be other government policy? Government policy of infrastructure budget. Government have increased infrastructure budget. Mean there will be new roads, new dams, new railways. This will help the business in performing its business transaction quickly and business can meet its objective better way. Government have decreased infrastructure budget. Why negative? Because road will be congested. Road will be congested because population is increasing. If they are not building new roads, the existing road will become congested. Our deliveries will stuck on the traffics. So this will create inefficiencies for the business and create hurdle in achieving business objective. Government policy. Government policy about health budget. If government has reduced health budget, this means in future we will not be having healthy labor. If labor is not healthy, ultimately their productivity will be low because they will not be able to work longer hours. They will not be able to help the organization in achieving efficiencies. Government have increased health budget, will be having healthy labor. That will help the organization in achieving efficiency and more productivity. Health sector, ultimately health sector will affect people. People are labor. People mean are labor. So these are the government policies mean political factor that can affect the business positively or negatively. In a scenario, normally taxation, infrastructure, these factors are available, but could be others as well. Economic factors are relating to economy. What could be? We need to look at the economy of the country where we are operating, whether that economy is in growth or in decline. If the economy is in growth, this means people purchasing power is increasing. If people purchasing power is increasing, there are chances of business growth and we can maintain a strong position in the country. If economy is declining, this means people purchasing power becoming lower. If their purchasing power becoming lower, there will be lesser sale for our business and this will affect our business position badly. How economy moves towards growth or decline through national income, also called GDP. What is national income? Total goods and services produced in our country during the year. If national income as compared to previous year has increased, this is indication of growth economy. People purchasing power is increasing. This will help the business in a more sales, more profitability to maintain business position stronger. If GDP has declined as compared to previous so many years, mean economy is in recession, decline, people purchasing power becoming lower. If their purchasing power income becoming lower, they will sacrifice some things. This will affect our sales badly and create hurdles in achieving business objective. Economic factor. What could be other economic factor? Inflation. What is inflation? Rise in prices. Rise in prices. If inflation rate in the economy is high, is it beneficial for the business or negative? Negative, because our cost of production will become higher. And if we try to increase the prices, there will be low demand. This will affect our business sales badly and we will not be able to maintain a strong position. any factor, if it is negative for the economy and we are operating in that economy, it is negative for business as well. What could be other economic factor? Interest rate. Government have increased the interest rate. Whether this bank positive for the business or negative?
Negative.
Negative, because cost of borrowing will become higher. We will not be able to expand business by taking loan. When government increase interest rate, people do not invest money in equities, they invest in banks. Mean there is no chance of growth of business because people will not prefer to invest in equity. If we want to move towards taking money from debt, their cost will be high, mean will not be able to take debt. When government increase interest rate, the investors are having two options, either to invest their money in bank saving account to earn interest or in company equity mean shares. If interest rate is high, where they will invest? In bank deposit accounts. We will not be able to grow our business because through equity, we will not be generating money. Even through debt, that cost is high because interest rate is high. Might be the project where we are going to invest is not providing that much return. So this is negative for the business. When interest rates are high, people prefer saving more, consumption less. Saving where? In bank saving account. Consumption less means less sales of our business. This will also affect the business in badly. Business will not be able to achieve its objective because people are not spending. They have moved towards saving. If government have decreased interest rate, this is positive for the business because we can take loan on low interest rate and invest somewhere to grow our business. When interest rates are low, investor will invest in equity rather than bank saving account. When interest rates are low, people spend more, save less because there is no return of saving. They will keep money in their hand rather than in bank account because keeping in bank account will not provide any return. And if people are having money in their hand, that will not stay in hand. This money will pinch them, spend, spend, spend. So this will help the business in more sales, more profitability, the business to maintain stronger position in every way. Interest rate, how affect the business positively or negatively? What could be the other economic factor? Forex rate. If we are involved in import export, changes in forex rate also help the business either positively or negatively. So economic factor, national income, GDP, economic conditions, inflation, interest rate, forex rate, unemployment. The country where we are operating, unemployment is high. Positive for the business or negative? Negative, because it is negative for the economy. High unemployment means people are having no jobs, no income. So this will affect our business sale as well as meeting business objective. Developed countries, underdeveloped countries. Developed mean no unemployment. Underdeveloped, high unemployment. So these are the economic factors that we need to look in the scenario. What are the social factors? Social factor mean taste, passion, habits, preferences of people. The society where we are operating The people of that society taste, preference, habit, fashion is of our business product services type or not. If their preference is product that we are offering, this will be opportunity for the business. We will meet our objective in better way. But if their fashion, their trends are changing against our business type product services, so we'll not be able to maintain our position stronger. What could be other social factor? Demography. What is meant by demography? Type of society. The country where we are operating our business, whether the society type is of our business or not. Whether the society type is of our business or not. We are operating a business of alcohol in an Islamic country. Demography is positive or negative? Negative. This will put our position down. We are operating a business of children garments in a country where government have restricted birth rate. Negative. We are operating a business of old age people garments and the life expectancy rate is very low or becoming lower and lower over the years. Negative. We are operating a business of high fashion brands and the people in the country are fashion conscious. More younger generation is living over there and they want to spend money. This is positive point for the business. We will be able to maintain good position because society is of our business type. Social factor mean whether society where we are operating business is in preference of our type of product or they dislike our type of products. We are operating a business of trade. And the country roads are very congested. And there are too many accidents on road buses. We are running train business. Country roads are congested and too many chances of bus accident on the road. Positive. People will prefer to travel where? Train rather than buses because roads are congested. If they travel on buses, there will be too much delays. Even there is a risk of accident as well. Train is a safest way of traveling. So this will be positive for our business. What could be the technological factor? Technological factor mean we need to look at availability of technology. The country where we are operating our business, whether the technology of our business type is available or not. Because if the technology is available, we can adopt that technology. Adopting that technology will help in achieving business efficiency, and this will result into meeting business objective more better way. But if the country where we are operating, the technology of our business type is not available, this means we cannot adopt technology to achieve business efficiency. But nowadays, we are not only having competition with local businesses, we are having competition with international businesses as well. Because international brands products are easily available in our market and at international level, other countries, they are using high technology to produce goods. They are achieving more efficiencies. So their prices will be lower than us. Why we will not be able to afford those prices? Because our cost is high due to inefficiency. So we need to look at whether the technology for our business type is available in the country. Opportunity, because we can adopt that technology to achieve cost efficiency, offer lower prices, meet competition in better way. Now technology is not available, we will not be able to compete the foreign competitors. availability of technology. Not only availability, we need to see whether there are chances of innovation in technology or not. If there are chances of innovation in technology, new technologies also introduced, this means that innovative technology will help us in achieving more cost efficiencies, lower prices, and maintain our position. But if there are no chances of innovation around the world, there are so many innovations happening every day. This means in future we will not be able to meet foreign competitors. Mean we need to look at these factors not only current from future point of view as well, because we are going to define strategy for our business future. So impact of these factors not only we need to consider current from future point of view as well. What are the ecological factors? What is meant by ecological? Ecological mean environment, physical environment. Awareness about environment has increased nowadays because there are some specialized organization who are focusing whether business farming environmental responsibilities or not. As the awareness in society about environment impact of business has increased, so we need to see whether we are focusing on environmental friendly business activities or not. If we are not focusing on environmental friendly business activities, we will be affecting our repute. And due to that bad repute, we'll be losing customers as well as investors, support from the society. So this will put our position down in future. But as awareness about environment has increased, how business impact on the environment, and we are also focusing on environmental friendly activities. So this will put our business repute better in the society. This will help for our business to move customer from competitor to our business. So we'll be able to meet our objective impact. We are discussing about external factors. So our focus should be external rather than, oh, we are performing environmental friendly responsibilities. This will help to attract a customer. No, this is internal. So we'll start as the awareness about business impact on environment has increased. And if we are also focusing on that, so this will help attracting more customers and will help the business to meet its objective better. We are using technology. This is internal. We are discussing external factor, not usage. We need to see whether technology is available in the country or not, whether there are innovation of technology in the country or not. We are innovating technology. We are using technology. No, this is internal factor. Factor is external. Very important distinction. Because sometime there will be some scenario where you need to perform internal as well as external, both. External mean don't discuss business internal things. Discuss external factor outside the business in industry, market, country. What are the legal factors? Legal factor mean different laws that can affect the business positively or mainly they affect the business negatively. What are the laws? Company law, consumer law, data protection law, employment law, health and safety law. I mean, there are different laws that can affect the business positively or negatively. Company law mean there is a law for our type of business. If we are going to introduce some new product, that product first we need to test from a laboratory, and that testing process is very costly and time consuming. So this is threat for the business. We need to bear time, we need to bear cost, we will not be able to launch product without testing. And if it failed in testing, our whole investment will be lost. The business we are operating is registration is costly and time consuming, and every 2 years we need to register the business again. Like in UAE, every year you need to register the business again. If you don't register again, you will not be able to perform business. You have to pay the registration fee every year.
Even your car,
Even your car, your driving license, you need to renew again. Consumer law, like in a UK market, it is a consumer law defined if being a business you are selling electronics products, even some other type of product, you need to sell on 15 days warranty period. On 15 days warranty period. Because if that thing is not working properly, so within 15 days, customer can make refund. Even some brands, they sell products on 15 days warranty. Is this beneficial for the business or negative?
For business, it's negative.
Negative because you need to receive the used product that are within warranty.
But for
You have to face the losses, but ultimately you will include those losses in your prices. But ultimately, if these laws are defining, becoming more stricter and stricter, ultimately it will affect the business negatively. Data protection law. Nowadays, business are performing online business. And in online business, what you are doing, you are holding customer data into your system. Their address, their detail, even their credit debit card detail. Have you noticed sometime if on one website you have paid amount by using debit card and the next time they prompt you or this card you are using again. This means your card data is in their system. And if you are holding data of other, you need to follow some data protection laws. What are data protection laws? You need to make sure whether that data is secure or not. Because if that data is stolen from your premises, misused, hacked, who will be responsible? Your organization. Because it was misused from your premises. So we need to follow some strict rules regarding data protection. We need to follow employment laws. Employment laws mean minimum wage rate we need to follow. If government have increased, ultimately it will affect our business labor cost. We cannot make redundant employees easily. We cannot dismiss employees. Otherwise, there will be penalties, compensation we need to pay. We need to follow health and safety law. I mean, we need to provide good working condition, healthy working condition to the employee where they are safe from any risk of health or danger. If we are not following these health and safety policies, laws into our business, and there come any incident happen, so your business will be fined by the authorities. So whenever there is a change in law, it will affect our business negatively. Why? Because we need to comply those laws. And complying those laws will incur a cost. If we don't comply, there will be fines, penalties, even banning of business operations. So legal factor will always be negative for the business. So political factor, economic factor, social factor, technological, ecological, and legal. So we got some idea. What are these? How they become positive, how they become negative. From an exam scenario question, not only we need to identify factor under these 6 heads, we need to explain impact on the business.
Like how?
Current or future. And while explaining impact, we need to explain impact from business objective point of view or business position point of view.
Can you give us example?
We're gonna cover a question.
Uh,
Let's move towards our question. NMS. Network management system. It's a long scenario, and there are A, B, C, three different requirements. Currently, we are just going to focus on part A of the question. For 15 good marks, evaluate the macro environment of NMS. If suppose the requirement is till this point only. This is not there. So evaluate the macro environment of NMS. So we know macro environment can be analyzed using Pastel factors. Industry environment can be analyzed using Porter 5 forces model. So macro environment can be analyzed using Pastel factors, i.e. political, economic, social, technological, ecological, legal, and these are as follows. What we will do, we will put 6 headings and discuss points.
So just
What we will do, by reading the scenario, we will identify first, and then we will move towards attempting this question. So that all the politicals should be grouped under one head political factor. If we have a find 6 political factor, what we will do under political head, we will explain all these 6 factors separately because there are separate marks for it. Rather than explaining all 6 in one paragraph, no. Each issue we need to discuss separate, but the heading political factor will be once in the answer. Then economic, then social, technological, ecological, legal. So let's move towards scenario. We are going to perform macro environment analysis. Network Management System is a privately owned high technology company established in 1997 by computer engineer Ray Edwards. It is situated in the country of El Salvador, a prosperous developed nation with a stable, well-established political system. The political system in the country is stable. This will help the business to adopt long-term strategies and to maintain a strong business position. We can write down in 3 lines, 2-3 lines under the head political factor. So this is what? Political. Successive government in El Salvador have promoted technology by providing grants and tax incentives. And we are operating in technology industry. And what government is providing, they are providing grants and tax incentive. So this will help the business in achieving cost efficiencies and meeting business objective in better way. Critical factor. Tax credits are also provided to offset company investment in research and development. In government are also helping in research and development. Tax credit mean tax free. So this will help the business in becoming innovative and maintaining strong position in the industry because in research and development, government providing aids. So through research and development, will become more innovative, we will be able to compete properly and maintain a strong position. So this is another critical factor. The government, like many government worldwide, have invested heavily in a national telecommunication infrastructure. The government have invested heavily in infrastructure. This will help in performing business operation efficiently. Quick deliveries will result into meeting business objective in better way, another critical factor. However, in 2010, the country suffered an economic downturn that led many companies to postpone technological investments. So this is what economic factor due to economic downturn, low purchasing power, sale could be affected, and this can put business position down. So four critical factors were positive. One economic factor is what? By 2010, NMS employed 75 full-time employees in a new purpose-built factory and office unit. This is inside business information. These employees were a mixture of technically qualified engineers working in research and development, factory staff, manufacturing and assembling products, and small sales and service support team. This all information about inside the business. External mean external factors. Product areas. In 2010, NMS had three distinct product service areas: data communication components, network management system, and finally technical support. I mean, business operate in three different areas: components, system, and support. NMS sells data communication components to original equipment manufacturers who use these components in their hardware. Both the original equipment manufacturers and their customers are predominantly large international companies. NMS has established a good reputation for the quality and performance of its components, which are competitively priced. There is no special factor. This is information about the industry. No political, no economy, no social, no technological, no ecological, no legal. However, NMS has less than 1% of domestic marketplace and faces competition from more than 20 suppliers, most of whom also compete internationally. There is no pass-through factor. This is information about the competitors. Furthermore, one of the company's original equipment manufacturer customer account for 40% of its sale in this area. The international market for data communication components had increased from 33 billion in 2001 to 81 billion in 2010, and forecast for 2011 are beyond predict growth from the increased sale to currently installed network rather than from the installation of new networks. This growth we can link with the social factor. Mean the product type of NMS sales has increased in the past, as well as there is growth forecast. So this will help to achieve business objective in better way by increase in sales. The factors we need to look either current or future, not past. Because we are performing analysis of current or future rather than past. If there was nothing information about future forecast, we will not discuss. As there is information about future forecast, this means social factor is positive, means society is of our business type. So we can discuss as social factor. Even we can link this point with the here. Currently economy is in downturn. And when economies move from decline to growth, there is more use of technological products. Because without use of technology, you cannot grow. So there will be huge demand of our products in future. So these 2 points we can even link with each other. Can you understand this? Or not? Social factor will be positive. In society will prefer our products. When economy will move from downturn to growth, there will be more demand of technological products. Because economies move from decline to growth by using technology, by installing new technologies. The maturity of technology means that product life cycle are becoming shorter. Our product life cycle is shorter. And if there will be no innovation in technology, business will be losing a customer as well as facing problem in meeting business objective. Because technology life cycle is shorter and we are producing technological products. And if there will be no innovation in the industry, in the country, ultimately products will become obsolete, customer will not prefer. This will result into loss in a sale as well as lower position for the business. Success comes from producing a high volume of reliable components at relatively low prices. NMS produces components in a relatively prosperous country where there is significant legislation defining maximum work hours and minimum wage rate. What is this? Employment law. Law defining maximum wage rate, minimum wage rate, and maximum working hours mean we will not be able to deal with the labor on our own. So in bad time, we will not be able to manage labor cost, and this can affect business objective meeting because they are employment law. They are defining minimum wage. You should not pay below this maximum hours. You cannot ask the employee to work longer hours. So these legal restriction employment law will create problem for the business to manage its labor cost, especially in bad times. So negative factor legally. All new components have to be approved by an appropriate government approval body in each country that NMS applies. And this approval process is both costly and time consuming. Again, negative legal factor. Because we'll not be able to launch new products into the market without approval. And that approval process is not only incurring cost, time consuming as well. And the delays will result into delay in launching of product in the market. So this can affect our strategic position in the market if competitor launch product before our launch because our products are stuck in approval process. The second product area is network management system. NMS originally supplied a fault detection system to a small number of large end users such as banks, public utility providers, and global manufacturers. This is information about customers, not special factor. NMS recognized the unique requirement of each customer and so it customized its product to meet specific needs and requirements. They pioneered a modular design which allowed a customer to adopt a standard system modules to fit their exact networking requirements. The success of their product led to it being awarded a prestigious government technological award for the technological innovation in data communication. Based on technological innovation by the organization, government have provided technological award, whether it is a political factor or technological factor. Then you will discuss about internal things. It's not about technology available in the country. So we'll discuss as a political factor. I mean, government have provided a award based on technological innovation, and we can use this award as a marketing tool to attract more customer and maintain strong position in the market. You learning. This further enhanced the company's reputation and enabled it to become a successful niche player in a relatively low volume market with gross margin in excess of 40%. They only have 2 or 3 competitors in this specialist market. Unlike component manufacturer, there is no need to seek government approval for new network products. So there is no factor. There is no need for government approval. If there is no need, there is no factor. It doesn't say there were need of approval first. Now government have eliminated that approval process. No. If the information is like that, then we can discuss. If there is no approval required, there is no factor. We cannot say this is opportunity. Finally, the complexity of NMS products means that technical support is a third key business area. It has an excellent reputation for this sport. However, it is increasingly difficult and costly to maintain the required level of support because the company does not have a geographically distributed network of support engineers. All technical support is provided from its headquarters. This contrasts with the national and international support service of their large competitors. And in second paragraph, there is no information about pastel. This is relating to other requirements. So if we sum up, we have identified 5 critical factors. First, political system is stable. That will help the organization in adopting long-term strategies and meeting business objective. In how it is positive, we need to explain. Help the business in adopting long-term strategies to meet business objective. Government is providing grants, tax incentives. This will help the business in cost saving. And through these cost saving, business will be able to achieve its objective. Government also providing tax credit in research and development. So this will help us to promote research and development to become more innovative and maintain a strong position in the market. Government have invested heavily in telecommunication infrastructure. So this will help performing business operation more efficiently and achieving business objective in better way. Fifth critical factor, government have provided technological award based on technological innovation. NMS can use this award as a marketing tool to attract more customer and achieving business objective in better way. So these are 5 separate paragraph we will write down under the head critical factor. Then we'll put the heading of economic factor. The economy of the country is in downturn. Due to lower purchasing power, it could affect business sales as well as strategic position in the market.
And where does this stay on number one?
Sorry?
The A part, all of this is the.
Yeah, pastel. Mean we need to discuss all 6 political, economic, social, technological, ecological, legal factor. There are 15 marks. You need to explain at least 8 different points for 2 marks each. So political done, economic done. For social, there is only 1 point. The sale of technological products have increased in past decade. Even future forecast of growth is predicted. This will help to attract more customers, will result into more sale and achieving business objective in better. Even economy is in a decline, and when economies move from decline to growth, there is more use, more demand of technological products. So this will help to achieve business objective. Political, economic, social, we have discussed. Technological, we have found 1 point. The product life cycle is shorter. And if there is no innovation of new technology in the country, business will not be able to introduce something new. So this will affect the customers as well as strategic position of the business. Meaning customers will move towards substitutes. Is there any ecological factor we have identified? No. But we are operating in technological products. So there could be chances of wastages of obsolete material. So as the awareness about business impact on environment has increased, so we being a technology business have to focus on performing environmental friendly activities. Otherwise, bad repute could affect the business position. mean we can discuss like general this. There are two legal factors we have identified. There are some employment law who define minimum wage rate, maximum work hours. This means in bad time, business will not be able to labor cost properly, and this can create a hurdle in meeting business objective. Second, all the components that NMS produced need to be approved and tested from a approval body, and that approval process is costly and time consuming. So those costs, those delays can put the delay in product launch and result into poor position in the market. So how many? Five political factor, one economy, six, one social, seven, one technological, eight, and two legal factor. Altogether, we have identified 10 points. Even ecological factor on general we can discuss. This answer is available. What you need to do, you need to read the answer first, and then please try to attempt this question in your computer in Word format. And if possible, bring that laptop in next class and show me so that I can check whether you are attempting as per exam level or not, or just wasting time and money. So before moving to next class, please try to attempt these questions. See you in next class with some new model and more practice questions. Because from now onward, every class will be discussing some models, will be practicing these, not these, even bigger case studies than this. See you next class.